My name is Zanetta Smith. I am the CEO of Kolor Society, and we have been around for almost a year. Kolor Society is a member-only social club for persons of the African Diaspora, really focused on quality events in South Los Angeles for now. I chose this particular type of business, a social club, because people asked me for it. I am the organizer of TEDx Crenshaw, the lead organizer, and after TEDx Crenshaw, people would ask me, well, where's more of this throughout the year? And I said I was looking for the same thing, so when they found it, let me know. And turns out no one had created it, with dope black events happening in South Los Angeles, in the Crenshaw district, in Inglewood. So I created it to fill the void and to give people what they wanted. I started the social club by first emailing a select group of people that were in the target market, millennials and Gen Xers, asking them what they wanted from a social experience, what they were missing, and in which areas they wished to see some type of social experience. And from that, I took that data and I created Kolor Society. So one of the partner events with Kolor Society is an event called TEDx Crenshaw. TED stands for Technology, Entertainment, and Design. X means it's independently organized by the community it represents, so the Crenshaw district. And what happens, it's a conference that highlights doers and thinkers in the South Los Angeles area. Either they are affecting South Los Angeles and or living in South Los Angeles. So we started TEDx Crenshaw in 2015, and we just had our fourth event this past October. It's every October, every first Saturday in October in the Crenshaw district. So for Kolor Society, we have 4 signature events per year. And this year we held an event celebrating Black history. In February, we held an event talking about peer-to-peer mental health support. One of the data points that I found in the people I polled last December, last November, they said that they really wanted a space to talk to their peers about mental health, not to have a doctor that's on a panel, but to have someone with lived experience and to really talk about, if I have bipolar disorder, how do I tell my friend and then not have my friend freak out? And then if I have a friend that tells me they have schizophrenia or bipolar disorder, how can I not freak out? How can I be supportive to that friend? And so that was our second event. We also had an event that highlighted the TEDx Crenshaw speakers, so it was a meet and greet in Baldwin Hills. And then our last event was a brunch. We held in the Crenshaw district a brunch and day party. And then a couple of months ago, we started monthly mixers, business and tech mixers, really to highlight people of color in the tech and business industries. Before starting Kolor Society, professionally, I'm a social worker. I work in public policy. So I work at California Policy and Research Initiative, and we poll and collect data on Black voters in California. Before that, I was a social worker at LA Kitchen. I built the clinical system there. They serve the individuals who are formerly incarcerated and formerly homeless in the realms of a culinary arts program. And then I also did TEDx Crenshaw, and I'm also a professor at Cal State LA. So my background is in social work. However, I studied a lot of social enterprises and I studied social entrepreneurship. So I don't have a formal background in business, but I think in this day and age, everything is Googleable, and thankfully libraries still exist. And so anything I wanted to know about starting, I either had advisors to help me, I knew people who have owned and sold multiple businesses, and I read a lot about what I needed to do. Mentorship is very important for me sustaining my business. I invested in a business coach this year that really keeps me online with deadlines and goals and ways to make money and scale up. I haven't decided if I'm going to do Kolor Society full time. In a perfect world, I would like to scale up Kolor Society and hire other people to run it and let me be the brainchild behind it, or let the members be the brainchild behind it. That's the unique proposition about Kolor Society, is that members decide what goes on during the year and what the events consist of. So I would love to scale up and pay individuals to run Kolor Society. Success in Kolor Society looks like multiple streams of income with services, with products, with events, with sponsorships, really probably hitting 1 million people stateside and beyond. If Kolor Society is lucky enough to go beyond, I think that's what success would look like for Kolor Society, and possibly selling. When I started Kolor Society, I definitely had a vision of where I wanted to go. I created a business plan that's set about 3 to 5 years out. So the plan is there. Of course, the plan has been tweaked a number of times throughout this year, but the plan is definitely there. In general, when I say I own Kolor Society, a social club, most people don't know what I mean. When I then mention different social clubs around the city or social clubs around the world, they understand the concept. I think it's different in that Kolor Society jumps around to different places in South LA, which I really like, especially with all the changes that will happen down Crenshaw within the next 5 years, with the train coming in and all of the businesses and hotels and the renovation of the mall that will happen. I think it'll be really fun to have different Kolor Society events in the city. But most times when you hear a social club, it's in one building, and you're always coming to that one building, right? Kolor Society is modeled after a social club in Madrid. And so, but there's city club, there's country clubs downtown, and that's always one building that people go to all the time. And so I think that is the uniqueness of Kolor Society. It's not one place. After a year of doing Kolor Society, I am very surprised at how well it was received and how well it's doing as far as marketing and getting itself out there and being known, and the people who came to the events. I guess I shouldn't have been surprised because I did market research beforehand, so I knew people wanted it, but it just had legs and it moved a lot faster than I could have ever imagined it moving in 1 year. But I'm a Capricorn, so I'm never satisfied. It's very hard for me to be satisfied. And so I'm always planning. I'm always thinking of ways to make it better, thinking of ways to make it more unique, more innovative. So I'm thankful for a creative mind. I still have the curious mind of a child, which I'm very thankful for. The best way that I found to let people know about Kolor Society is to print flyers and put them in places where I know people who are millennials and Gen Xers will go. So places around the city, just dropping flyers, whether that is in hair salons and barbershops and local cafes. That has been the best marketing technique, along with the number of platforms that have popped up that cater to Black people. Black in LA, Black Book LA, Black cultural events. There are other Facebook groups. And so social media and platforms that other business owners have created has been really great for Kolor Society. I sacrificed to start my business, and I created a very unique context for myself in that I decreased my expenses significantly. I moved into a tiny house that's 200 square feet so that I could start a business and I could travel, which helped me to have the disposable income. So I didn't have to borrow money, didn't have to ask for money for family and friends to start it. And so my advice would be to just start and stack your cash and write that business plan and just go. Kolor Society's first mixer of the year will be January 10th. It's a Thursday at Mingle's Tea Bar in Inglewood. It's also my birthday, so we will be having a birthday party. The first signature event will be in February, and it'll be about Black love, an all-male panel about relationships and loving yourself and loving others. And that was planned by members of Kolor Society, and so stay tuned.